What's up? Y'all hear me? You see me? You feel me? Can you hear me? You out there? I'm getting waves, but no one's saying, hey, I can hear you, but I'm pretty sure you can hear me. But can you tell me you hear me? You say, yes, I hear you. Yes, I see you. Yes, I'm going to PayPal you $1,000. Any of that? Yes, hear you well. Okay, cool. Clearwater Sherman. Yes, hear you well. Ambrosia Shell Studio. Yes, good. Okay, cool. Okay, so here we are. It is Wednesday, November 11th, and it's great to see everyone jumping on here. I did not get any questions this week, which was kind of disappointing because sometimes they're really helpful and useful. So I would like everyone to remember to send me questions. Email them to me. You have to email them to me. I'll say it again. Email them to me. Do not direct message me with them. You'd have to email them to me. And if I think they'll be useful and helpful to everyone on here, I will answer them or weave them into some commentary. Okay? Sound good? Yes? Yes. Okay. I'm waiting just, normally I wait about 2 or 3 minutes because the number seems to tick up quickly within the first minute or two. So I'll wait like just one more second as it climbs. And yeah. Okay. We're jumping up, we're jumping down. Okay, I'm going to start. First things first, I wanted to show you something. I'm gonna flip the camera around. I have a new print, and I don't have a lot of them, but if you go to available prints, this is of a painting called Tired Voice in My Earpiece. And if you go to the available prints link at howardsherman.com. That's where you can get it. And there's some other prints there too. So please visit. It's the available prints link at www.howardsherman.com. So brand new print. I'll show it to you one more time. It's in the plastic sleeve. There it is. There's my hand. It's 12 inches by 9 inches. It's a G-clay print. Limited number and hand signed. And anyway, so that's that. I hope you go click on available prints. There's also small works on paper on the shop page. And I posted last week's video on the live from the studio page. Okay, so there's that too. Okay, so I wanted to talk today. I wanted to talk very briefly. I didn't have a lot of time this week to prepare things, but I wanted to talk very briefly about something that I've mentioned before, but not just in passing. I haven't really made a whole thing out of it. What I wanted to talk to y'all about today is based on a couple of things. I was having a conversation. I was actually doing a critique with an artist last week, and it got me thinking about something. And then I was doing an interview with a journalist or reporter last night, and it came up again. And I think that there's too many artists out there who don't really make enough of an effort to connect with other artists. And it's hugely important. And what I realized last night while I was doing this interview was how important that's become to me at this stage of my career and it's probably been very crucial at other stages of my career, but I'm just sort of realizing it more now at this particular stage of my career, how important it is to connect with other artists, and even more specifically to get out and look at stuff together, or at least talk about things that you look at together. In a way, you're doing you're continuing your own sort of critique practice, which is just the way you keep your mind nimble, right? So, yeah, there's a lot of y'all out there who kind of isolate yourselves. You can't be a hermit. And I took some notes here, but the reason it's important for you to go out and find your tribe, if you want to call them that, is it's going to help you combat isolation and insecurity. And all artists live with, you're by nature spending a lot of time alone, so you're isolated, you're self-isolating regardless of the pandemic, and you're probably insecure. If you're pushing the boundaries on what you're making, you're probably a bit insecure. You need to find other artists, befriend other artists, and this is how you're going to combat those things. And living in the middle of nowhere is no excuse for this. You still need to find other artists who you can somehow resonate with. There's no excuse, and this is how you're going to sort of keep fighting on, because that's what it is. It's a fight, okay? I feel like too many artists that I speak with, whether I know them or in real life or not, don't make any kind of an effort, and it shows in your work. By the way, not to get off track, but this also means making an effort to get out and look at things in real life, in person. Again, it doesn't. If you want to be great, you got to make the effort, and that means even if you're in the middle of nowhere. Okay, there's no excuse. You need to find people. I'll say it again. You need to find people who you resonate with. They don't have to be the same age as you, although that's always a great idea to connect with some people of a similar age, other artists of a similar age. Sometimes you simply need to find artists whose work you respect, or who you appreciate their work or their outlook or their attitude or their intellect about things, and you and that artist click. It happens all the time. I mean, I've had artists in my inner circle who are both the same age as me and different ages than me, and I might appreciate their work, but it might not be the kind of work that I love. But there's something about their intellect and their outlook that's hugely important. And they may not be making the same thing as you, but they're probably living a similar style of existence, a similar life to you, you know? So I can't stress how important this is. And I know it's simple. It's one of these many things I mentioned that I know that you might know, but you need to hear it. We all need to hear these things told to us, sometimes by a certain person in a certain way, for them to truly resonate, even though deep down inside we might kind of know them. But this one's really, really, really important. And I feel like there's too many people who overlook that. And quite frankly, regardless of where they live, whether they're in the middle of nowhere or they're in an urban cultural center, too many people substitute their fucking Instagram for the real deal. And there's no substitute. There's no substitute. And there's no, the next best thing, which is a poor substitute, but doable during a pandemic, is Zooming and FaceTiming with your crew. But that still isn't even really the same. And, but nonetheless, you've got to find this group. And if you're, now granted, the one other part of this I want to talk about, obviously a great place to find this group is in grad school or art school. And, like Jerry Saltz maybe in his book or at some point has mentioned, that's your clique, and hopefully you stay together, or a few of you continue on together afterwards, and you kind of keep each other warm in the cold, dark night that is the real world after you get done with school. But even if you're not in school, there's no excuse. You need to find your group, and you need to get out there and do it. And I think it'll be hugely beneficial to your work and your mind. And now more than ever, especially during a pandemic, this is important, because you don't want your communication skills, your social skills, your personal skills to atrophy in these times of isolation and quarantine. Okay, so I think that's really about it. Another short and sweet one. I know that was pretty straightforward, and a lot of you might think, "Oh well, I knew that already." But did you really practice it? Did you practice what you preach? I don't want to go over there because it's gonna cut out on me. Are you doing it, or are you just thinking about it? Anyway, I'll take some questions before we call it a day. Did that help you? Let me know. Did you like what I just talked about? It's more of a reminder to I'm sure it was more of a reminder today, and some of you might have already felt like you knew that. But I'll tell you another thing before I start taking questions regarding this topic. This came up during this interview last night. You know, I do believe in the Malcolm Gladwell 10,000 hours rule out of his book. What was that book called? By Malcolm Gladwell, the one about 10,000 hours to become a master or to perfect something, or to become competent in something. But I do believe I do believe in that rule, and I certainly feel as though I've applied that rule to my work. And then when you get over that hump, more than ever, it's important to have that group that group of other artists, friends that you can talk to, because it's no longer about it's less about fine-tuning the motor skills and the physical skills and the discovery. It's more about how you see other things and how you can bring that into your much more narrowed world now that you've fine-tuned what you're doing based on your 10,000 hours of work. I hope that made sense. That's what I meant. Okay. Let's see what we got here. Any questions? Any comments that I can... Hopefully I don't lose you. I'm meandering through kind of a crowded area here. Any questions? Oh, Greg Hoffs, who I think I know in real life. That's Greg Hoffspiegel. I think the name of the Malcolm Gladwell book is called He says, I believe the book is Outliers. The Malcolm Gladwell book might be called Outliers. Yeah. Outliers by Malcolm Gladwell. Good read. His books are easy to read too. So there's a lot of validity in what he says. I like his examples too, like with the Beatles and stuff. Okay. Anyone else? Anyone? Okay. So here they come. AVM Hawkins, any advice for painters, artists in developing their career? Yeah, I just gave you advice about growing your career. Did you watch today's video? If you want to, that's such a broad question. I don't really know what you want to talk about. If you want to email me, AVM Hawkins, I'm happy to get more specific with you, but you should also go back and watch the other videos I've posted on my website, and those will help you with your artwork. There are people online too that like really specialize in professional practices, and you should look into them. I don't have the time on here to really deep dive on what kind of advice you want. Very vague question. Calista 20 favorite art books. I've mentioned those in previous videos. I have not taken the time to make a list. I will repeat myself on this one thing. I think that How to See by David Sally is a great book. I've mentioned it. I've mentioned it several times. I think I even have a video that I posted on my website that mentions the favorite books in the title. Anyway, How to See, David Sally, good book. You know what else is a good book? The book, I forget the title of it, but Carol Dunham wrote a really good book too. Pretty recent. I think that's a good one. Okay. Let's see if we get one more goodie before I sign off. A lot of people like to use that wave icon. Maria _Smiles, go to my website, and if you click on the link in my profile, it'll take you to my website, and you can email me from there. Okay? Okay. I think that... Oh, sorry, y'all. I got to stretch. Okay. I think that that might be about it. I'm gonna wait another 30 seconds and then take one last question, or I might just sort of sign off. I actually feel as though the blinding glare coming off my head's annoying me, standing right here by the window. And so if it's annoying me, there's a good chance that it's annoying you. Not a lot I can do about it. That's just how I roll. You know, I wander away from the window. It's too dark in here. Okay. I think that's it. Go find your tribe. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.